Hey, what's up, Jonathan? This is Devin from Plumber HVAC Leads. I really appreciate Jasmine speaking to me earlier today, and I really appreciate you clicking on this video. I'm just going to really briefly show you how to improve your website so you can start bringing in more customers. If you're wondering why I'm making this video, I just found out a little while ago there's a lot of plumbers and HVAC techs who don't really have the time to learn how to make the internet work for them and bring in more customers. And so I found that by just making these attack plans and giving them away for free, there's a lot of them who end up doing this stuff themselves and making a bunch of money, and that's totally okay. I'm giving back to the community. And there's also some who end up calling me back and having me do this stuff for them. Either way, whichever way you want to go, doesn't matter to me. The only thing I ask is that you just give me some feedback at the end of this. Now, I'm going to really quickly just show you how to make your website more of an authority, how to make it more trustworthy, and then how to get ranked in your local map hack rankings. Let's start by first looking at your website, though. So it's a really clean looking website. I really like the photos you got up here. It looks like it's a professionally made website. You've got the click to call the entire time plus the chat right here. It's definitely a great looking website. Unfortunately, Google doesn't rank you based off of how good looking your website is. Their whole goal is to put their consumers in front of the website that's going to answer all their questions. And so what they do is they break your website down into a text file and they scan through it with robots and they look for these things called keywords. And keywords are phrases that people search into Google to find your business. So the one that's like really big is Plumber San Francisco. About 250 people a month search for that one keyword alone. But there's a ton out there you can be targeting, but you want to have keywords like this within your text. Now, the average website on the first page of Google has about 1,890 words on it, and so you want to be somewhere around there, anywhere from like 1,500 to 2,000. The reason being is when somebody does type in Plumber San Francisco, Google wants to make sure all their answers questions are answered, and that's typically the website that has the most content on it. So you're going to want to get yourself up to about 2,000 words. Right now you're sitting at 529. So you're definitely going to want to go a little higher than that. And then if we look at your main competitor, you've got Magic Plumbing right here. These guys, they got a good looking website too, just like you, but they do have a lot more content. As you can see, they're sitting at 976 words. And so you don't want to just match them and get to 1,000 words. You want to blow them out of the water. So in all reality, you're probably going to want to get 2,000 words. That way you completely dominate them and you show Google you are the authority. So that's how you make your website more authoritative, is through content. And also whatever you save your images as does count as keywords. So you can, instead of Ace Plumbing Truck, you can save this as Plumber San Francisco and that'll still work for you. Now, tip number 2 is to make yourself more trustworthy, and Google judges you based off of how many other websites are linking to you, driving traffic to you. But keep in mind, they want to see relevant links, so you're going to get a lot more power from other plumbing companies linking to you than you would from like Pizza Hut linking to you, because Google knows you're not a pizza company. And so the tool I use to check this out is called Ahrefs. It costs about $1,000 a month, but it gives you some really valuable data on what's going on in the back end of websites. And it says your website right now has 249 backlinks. You guys have been around for quite a long time, and it's leaving 389 traffic. That's absolutely nothing to scoff at. That's a great spot to be. Most plumbers don't even have websites, let alone have this many links. And it shows that you're obviously putting some work towards your SEO. You have lost some traffic recently, but you're still in a great spot. The reason why it might even seem silly that I'm making this video for you because of how well you're doing, but the reality is if you've gotten this far, I'm sure your goal is to dominate. People don't get here on accident. They get here on purpose. So if you do want to beat Magic Plumbing, they're actually not doing more links than you whatsoever. But they are going up in rank, and then again, that has to do with content, it has to do with what kind of keywords they're targeting, and it also goes with the quality of the domains they're getting. So what I would do is I'd go see the websites that are linking to them and go grab the ones that have to do with your industry. So like anything that has to do with plumbing, like Plumber San Francisco is probably a great one for you. Plumbing review information, plumbing experts, plumbers, all those. I would go and get those because that helps rank you a little higher, and you also want to make sure that they're powerful sites, okay? But here's the big win. If you end up beating them with more content and you beat them with the amount of websites that they have linking to them, you start taking their traffic. So you're getting 389 without them. Imagine doubling that or quadrupling that by adding 864 more as people look at your site instead of theirs. Keep in mind, people don't look at plumbing for fun. They look it up when they need some help. So that's a lot of potential customers for you. The last thing is when somebody does type in Plumber San Francisco and they're ready to buy, they're going to typically call the first plumber that shows up that seems trustworthy. And you want to be that plumber, those are going to be the easiest customers to close. People skip these ads all the time. It could be from bad experiences, whatever it may be. But where you want to rank yourself is in the Google My Business section. And I see you right down here at the bottom. If you want to get to the top, you're going to need to have more citations than these guys, which is anywhere where your name, your address, and your phone number are listed in different directories across the web. Some examples being like Yelp, Yext, Yellow Pages, White Pages, Facebook, Angie's List, Home Advisor. These are all the most common ones. The best strategy here is to figure out what directories Fast Response is sitting in. Go put yourself in those same directories, but then add a bunch more on top. So like if Fast Response is in 150 directories, you're going to want to put yourself in like 250, if not 300, okay? So that's all I've got for you. I hope you found this really informative, Jonathan. As a really quick recap, you're going to want to get your website up to about 2,000 words of content, and these images, you're going to want to save them as keywords like Plumber San Francisco, drains and sewers in San Francisco, stuff like that. You're doing pretty great on the amount of referring domains, but the thing is you want to get closer to that 1-to-1 ratio. So URL rating is how powerful your front page is, and domain rating is how powerful your whole website is. So to get your whole website more powerful, you need better links, and I would just go steal the good ones from these guys, the ones that have to do with plumbing in your area. And the last thing is put your name, address, and phone number in more directories than your competitors. Just make sure it's spelled the same way across the internet. Jonathan, if you want to take this free information and apply it yourself, please do. I'm here to see you thrive. I'm trying to help as many plumbers as I possibly can and HVAC techs. And the only thing I ask for in return is you please just send me back one sentence of feedback and just let me know if you thought this was valuable information so I can know if I need to tweak these videos. And if you do want any help getting this stuff done, you can always give us a call. Our phone number is 805-618-6426. Either way, I do appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to watch this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.